This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow.
Afternoon, batting first and playing second base is going to be Cole Payne. Want to read you a little bit about each one of these players as we introduce them to you, as given to me by the coaches. They say that Cole Payne's a great kid that comes ready to play every game. He's a playmaker and a good kid to have in the dugout. Also had a game-tying home run in the quarterfinal game. Charlie McCoy is the pitcher, batting second. Charlie has probably been the most consistent fielder this year, according to head coach Cavi McCoy, and really gives it his all. He'll make almost every play around him a great kid to be around. Clay Simmons bats at shortstop, plays shortstop, I should say, batting third. And Clay's a very competitive kid and a playmaker, very good hitter that had a game-winning home run in the quarterfinal game. Garrett Payne is the catcher, batting fourth. And Garrett, if Cavi said if he had to pick an MVP on the team, he would be the choice. And Garrett's been the most consistent hitter and done a great job catching for them this year. Ryan Hinckley's the first baseman, batting fifth. Ryan gives 110% all the time, and a team leader in the dugout, works hard at what he does, and he once ran into the fence this year going after a foul ball, we understand. Batting sixth and playing right field is Wyatt Jobe, and Wyatt's a great kid and a pleasure to coach, says Cavi. It's the first year in the Glasgow Little League. He played in Morgantown the past years, and very versatile player, and he can play several positions. Batting seventh and playing right center field is going to be Kelsey Greer. Kelsey's first year in competitive baseball, but it will be hard for you to tell that, according to Cavi. After you watch her play, she'll do anything you ask of her, and has been a pleasure to coach this year, he says. Zach Ross bats eighth and playing third base. Zach, we understand, comes ready to play every game, a kid you're never going to have to give a pep talk to get him ready to play, and gives it all every game. He's had a game-winning hit for them in a league game this year. Batting ninth and playing left field is Cody Shirley. Cody's a pleasure to coach, according to Cavi, and he'll do anything you tell him. He's really improved throughout the year. He is to the whole outfield, as well as the whole outfield, they understand, has been a huge part of putting us in the position that the Cubs are in today. Also, batting 10th and playing left center field is Dewan Childress. Dewan is the most improved player on the team, no doubt in Cavi's book, the best outfielder in the league, he says. He's been a huge impact player on the team by catching several fly balls in the outfield. Kalen Francis will bat 11th, and Kalen is in his first year of competitive baseball. He's a very athletic kid and has really improved throughout the year. And Colin Brown will bat 12th, and Colin, we understand, is a good kid with a good heart and a pleasure to coach, and has really improved throughout the year. The head coach for the Cubs is Cavi McCoy. He's assisted by Marty Ross and Jeff Hinckley, and we are set to go. If we can get things going here in the Pitching Machine Championship game, and we'll introduce you to the starting lineup for the Dodgers in between the top and bottom of this first inning. Cubs 11-5, Dodgers 10-4, and joined once again by Larry Davis. And Larry, we had a terrific ball game in the Coach Pitch Machine, and should have a very good one here as well.
Doesn't get any better, and I'm sure this will be just as competitive and play just as well. A quick hello, Joe, to Miss Williams. She's an avid listener of WCLU, and she's got some little girls playing out here. A little girl playing pitcher for the Dodgers there, and she's got some family in this weekend, and a big hello to all of them.
All right, Cole Payne, the leadoff batter for the Cubs, and he rips the ball right back up the middle, and he's in with a double.
Well, a good start for the Cubs. The Cubs hit the ball. They came out here in their last game and really came out swinging the bats. They kind of cooled off toward the end of the game, but they put up a bunch of runs early and held off the Reds, and a very close ball game.
Batter Charlie McCoy, he rips one into left field. That gets by, going to roll all the way to the fence. Cole Payne going to score. McCoy going to pull up at second base with an RBI double. So the Cubs take an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning, nobody out. And the rules here in the Pitching Machine League, Larry, a little bit more like traditional baseball. Of course, some things are different, obviously, with the pitching machine, but a little bit more like traditional baseball.
A little more like traditional baseball. Pitching machine, of course, takes the place of the pitcher, which the object of that is to save arms and not get anybody hurt at a young age. A lot of pros and cons with that.
Clay Simmons is the batter. He hits a fly ball into left center field. That gets over the outfielder's head out there, rolls all the way to the fence. Charlie McCoy going to score, play at third base, and not in time. Clay Simmons slides under the tag that time of Ben Furlong.
You may remember Clay when we done championship games in basketball. He had an outstanding game out there in the TV game for Coach John Tinsley, and Clay's a good all-around athlete.
So the Cubs take a 2-0 lead on that RBI triple that time by Clay Simmons. The batter now, Garrett Payne, the catcher for the Cubs.
Got Garrett and Cole Payne on this team, two cousins, sons of Bruce and Barry Payne, of course. Both of them help out with the Cubs.
There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Cord Glass picks it up. The throw was offline, though, and Simmons is going to be able to score from third base. And reaching on the throwing error will be Garrett Payne.
Yeah, don't really like to give errors at this age, but I'm sure Cord would be the first person to tell you that was more of a routine play than a tough play, and one that he'll make more times than not.
So Ryan Hinckley, first baseman, is the batter. Swing and a miss.
Now they can actually steal in this league. Once the ball crosses the plate, they can leave the base or attempt to steal a base. And the umpires really have to watch because
Hinckley hits a ground ball to the third baseman, bounces off the glove of Furlong. Would have been a tough play out there. Did a good job just to get a glove on it. Kept it down the infield, and the runners will be at first and second base now with Wyatt Jobe coming to the plate.
That was going to be a tough play.
How fast does the pitching machine bring the ball up here, Larry?
I'm thinking we had it set on 44 miles an hour.
Is that what it is?
I think that's right, if my memory serves me correct. I don't spend as much time in this league as I do because I'm in charge of the coach pitch and T-ball leagues. I spend more time down there, but I'm pretty sure it's 44 miles an hour.
A couple of strikes here on Wyatt Jobe.
Now they get 3 pitches, whether, they're strikes or whatever, but if the ball's high or too low, the umpire can't call a no pitch.
Okay. And Jobe strikes out for out number 1.
And they play 3 outs. And everybody's listed on the batting order, and everybody will bat, but there's 3 outs per inning.
So here comes the right center fielder now, Kelsey Greer. Greer foul tipped that one, so the runners will have to go back to first and second. We're in the top of the first inning here in the pitching machine championship game with Glasgow to the league. 3-0 lead for the Cubs. And 1 away.
I talked about how competitive and close the coach pitch league was. This league was even closer. This was a 3-way tie for first place up here, actually, between these two teams and the Royals as well.
And right there, you hear an example of it. Larry told you a minute ago, if the pitch is too high, they'll call a no pitch, and that's what they did there. So Kelsey will get 1 more pitch at least. She fouled that one off to stay alive.
They play 6-inning games up here, a 6-inning ball game, but now the Cubs and the Royals, team I spoke of earlier, had a 9-inning game up here a few nights ago in this tournament that the Cubs ultimately won, I think, in 9 innings. And that was one good ball game to watch. I got done down at the other park in time to come up and catch the last 3 or 4 innings of it. This is a very competitive league.
And Greer strikes out, but a good at-bat that time for Kelsey. Fouled a couple of pitches off to stay alive and just couldn't make contact on that pitch there. Zach Ross, the third baseman, will step in now. The ground ball to the right side, fielded by the second baseman, Connor Glass. He flips to Cord Glass covering second base for out number 3. So the Cubs are retired in the top of the first inning, but they do get 3 runs across, and they take an early 3-0 lead here in the championship game of the Glasgow Little League Coach Pitch Division, Glasgow Little League Pitching Machine Division. We'll be back after this. Actually, let's go ahead and stay here because I want to give you the starting lineups for the Dodgers here. Batting first and playing left center field is going to be Nick Reeder, and again, I want to read you a little bit about each one of these players as we introduce them to you. Nick is the fastest kid on the team, according to head coach Larry Glass, and he plays hind catcher and left center, playing left center tonight. Scores almost every time he gets on base. Connor Glass will be batting second and playing second, and Connor's an excellent glove, hits the ball hard down the third base line, very good hitter. Cord Glass is batting third, playing shortstop. Cord's a good hitter, solid glove, capable of hitting the ball out of the park, according to Larry Glass. Ben Furlong will bat fourth, and he'll play third base, the strongest arm of the team, hits the ball awfully hard. Ashley Smith is the pitcher. Ashley is batting fifth, and Ashley hits the ball very hard, has good speed, and a good smart player. Nelson Glass will bat sixth and play catcher. Nelson's the youngest player on the team, supposed to be in Coach Pitch League, but moved up to the pitching machine league and hits the ball very hard, we understand. Eric Bull playing left field, and Eric is batting seventh. Eric catches the ball well, is a good hitter and a good listener. Emily Alexander will play first base, batting eighth, and Emily has a good understanding of the game, plays very smart, and is a good hitter. Cameron Myers will bat ninth, playing right center field, gives 110%, good contact hitter, runs the base as well, and the number 10 hitter is Brandon Waldridge, playing right field, a good hitter, and gives 110%, according to Coach Larry Glass. Dodgers are 10-4, and their head coach is Larry Glass. He's assisted by Mike Glass, Rich Alexander, and Mike Reeder. And I think I failed to tell you a moment ago that the Cubs head coach is Cavi McCoy. Cavi's assisted by Marty Ross and Jeff Hinckley. Dodgers went 10-4 this year. Cubs went 11-5. As Larry told you a moment ago, they tied for first place, three-way tie for first place with the Royals, I think he said, in the regular season here in the pitching machine division. The Dodgers are coming out of the winner's bracket, and the Cubs coming out of the loser's bracket in this tournament.
They played once in the tournament, and the Dodgers got the better of them in that particular game. Therefore, they're the winner's bracket team, and the Cubs come out of the loser's bracket.
Nick Reeder will be the leadoff hitter for the Dodgers. Grounds one to the right side, and fielded over there by Ryan Hinckley, but had a long run to get back to the bag, and they say that Reeder was able to beat him to first base. So Reeder going to be on at first, and the second baseman Connor Glass will come to the plate.
This Dodgers team, Coach Glass will tell you that when they're on, they're on. And when they're hitting the ball, they really slap it around all over the place.
Got a little slap right here in the ear.
And we've got a bit of an injury, I think, as Charlie McCoy hit the deck over there at first base. He was trying to cover the bag over there, and too many people in the same place over there, and Charlie hit the deck.
They had a pretty good little collision.
They did.
Charlie, he may be the smallest of the three of those, and I think he kind of got caught in the middle of all that.
They'll give him a little something to drink out there and let him try to get himself back together here. 3-0 lead for the Cubs in the bottom of the first inning. The Dodgers have only had one hitter come to the plate. That was Nick Reeder. He's on at first base. Connor Glass is the hitter due up now, playing second base. Cord Glass is on deck. And we appear to be set to go. Pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss for Connor.
Connor and his brother Nelson both on this team. As you said, Nelson was still young enough actually to play down the coach pitch again, and Larry decided, and Nelson decided he wanted to play up here with his brother. So
runner takes off and called safe. So Nick Reeder swipes second base. Very close play down there, but they call him safe. And Connor Glass, Larry Connor Glass will get one more pitch here.
Nick has awful good speed, and he's a pretty smart base runner too.
Here's a ground ball, takes a high hop. Nice play by the shortstop, Clay Simmons. The throw to first base is in time. Boy, what a good play. Clay Simmons with an athletic play there, went up, had to climb the ladder to go get that ball, and then made a terrific throw to first base.
Clay's a ball player. It doesn't make any difference what sport it is. He's tough as nails out there, and I tell you, that ball took a big high hop. It's so hard infield out here today with the sun baking it. Ball got up there pretty good. Clay went up, got it, made a heck of a throw over.
Well, this infield is hard. We've seen the ball take some big hops today. Batter is Cord Glass. He rips one between short and third. That'll get in for a base hit. Going to roll all the way to the fence. Reeder will score from third base. Cord Glass rounding second. He's on his way to third. A close play, and he slides in safely. Cord Glass cuts it to a 2-run Cubs lead, makes it a 3-1 ball game with that triple. And the batter now is the third baseman, Ben Furlong.
Ben, one of the big sticks in the lineup, hits the ball real hard, drives in a lot of runs. Oh, good speed there, but Cord Glass getting around over to third base on that too.
Fouled straight back right at us here.
Seen a few of those, hadn't you, Joe?
Yeah, a few of them. My reflexes aren't as quick as they used to be, though. I'm glad that fence is there now.
Better a fence than a catcher's hand.
Right. Furlong hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Simmons bobbles it a bit, comes back up with it, and the throw won't be in time. Furlong able to leg it out. As Cord Glass scores from third base, and it's now a 3-2 ball game. Still just one away here in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch on the way, and Smith fouls it off out of play.
Ashley's a lot like the little Edwards girl on the Cardinals team we saw earlier. She's probably the only girl on this team, I'm pretty sure. No, Emily Alexander. But those two girls are both outstanding baseball players, I'm here to tell you.
So 2 more strikes, or 2 more pitches, I should say, at least, coming to Ashley here. Swing and a miss on that one. She'll have 1 more pitch here to try to put it in play. Here is the pitch, and she stays alive, fouled it back here to the screen. 3-2 lead for the Cubs in the bottom of the first inning. These two teams battling it out here for the pitching machine championship. Smith hits the ball well, and it's going to get into short left center field, and a close play, and they call him out at second base. So 2 away. And the ball gets away here, and Smith able to take second base.
That was an outstanding play by the outfielder out there.
I believe that was DeJuan Childress there.
He made a play similar to that in another game up here I saw where he got the ball in the outfield on a bounce and threw a perfect strike to second base, and that's a big asset when your outfielders can get those outs like that for you. That's the second out of the inning. That's a big out.
Yeah, he made a tremendous play there. You're right. The hitter is going to be the catcher, Nelson Glass, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Cubs in front, 3-2. And Nelson, I think, having a little bit of problem with the shoestring, so he's going to take a minute to tie that up. And here we go.
Nelson's ready to go now.
Hits the ball into left field, and the catch made out there by Cody Shirley for out number 3.
Nice catch. When you get those plays in the outfield, good things will happen for you.
So that'll do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first inning with 1 inning complete here at Gorham Park in the Glasgow Little League Pitching Machine Championship game. It's the Cubs 3, the Dodgers 2. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
Barron County Attorney Jeff Sharp.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
And the Cubs lead the Dodgers by a score of 3-2. First batter for the Cubs is going to be Cody Shirley, the left fielder. Cody swings through the first offering there.
Cody made a good catch out in left field in the bottom of the first, so sure he's all fired up about that and trying to get him ahead here.
Cody hits it into left center field, and that drops in for a base hit. Nick Reeder makes the play to get it back onto the infield. Now it gets away. Shirley takes off to second. He'll be there safely. Well, Nick Reeder made a nice play on that hop out there to come up with it. Then the throw got away, and that will bring DeJuan Childress, the left center fielder, up to the plate.
He made a great play, as you say, to stop the ball, but the throw got away. Cody hit the ball well.
Childers fouls it off. Kalen Francis is on deck. He'll be followed by Colin Brown.
Watt also had an outstanding defensive play in that inning to get an out when he threw for a forced play at second base after a base hit in the outfield. So Coach McCoy's outfield is coming up big for him here early in this game defensively.
Childers foul tipped that pitch, I believe. We'll have one more pitch here. And swing and a miss. And now the runner takes off and slides in there safely. So Cody Shirley able to swipe third base.
Aggressive base run in there. Coach McCoy wanted to get a run out of this.
So that is going to bring Kalen Francis up to the plate. One away here in the top of the second. Francis fouls the first pitch off. Runner at third base for the Cubs, that's Cody Shirley. Another foul ball from Francis down the third base line. And so one more pitch here for Kalen Francis. It's on the way, and it's going to be a base hit between short and third. Eric Gould gets it back onto the infield, but now the throw gets away. And Francis on his way to second, now on his way to third, and he'll be there safely. Ball gets away again, and he's going to be able to score. Dodgers kind of throwing it around that time, and Francis able to score.
Kalen showing you some speed on that. He got himself around there, and then when they made that last throw in there, he brought him in to score, and Coach Glass is going to take an early timeout here.
We're going to take a timeout as well. We're in the top of the second inning with one out, and the Cubs lead the Dodgers 4-2. We'll be back after this on WCLU Sports.
Attention Glasgow.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
WCLU.
They get two times.
Back here at Gorin Park, as the batter now is Colin Brown for the Cubs. Cubs have taken a 5-2 lead here in the top of the second inning with one away. And we'll go back to the top of the order after this batter. Brown hits it on the infield in the air, and it's caught out there by the shortstop Corey Glass for out number 2. Now we do go back to the top of the order for the Cubs with the second baseman Cole Payne.
Cole got him double his first time at bat and ended up coming around to score.
Bases are empty here, and Cole foul tipped that ball back into the glove of catcher Nelson Glass.
Cole's been a real good leadoff hitter all year, getting on base and getting hits, getting on base, and setting the table for the Cubs.
And fouls this one back to the screen. So we have one more pitch to try to put it in play here. Ground ball to the left side. Nice play by third baseman Ben Furlong. The throw, though, is high. Gets away, and kind of a fortunate bounce, we'll say, for the Dodgers that time, as it hit the dugout over there and bounced right back out onto the field of play. And Payne, because of that, had to stay at first base.
Yeah, with his speed, if he gets in away 3 or 4 feet on either side over there, he's going to make it to second base. That was a fortunate bounce. Ben made a good play on the stop, but he kind of throw got away from him.
Charlie McCoy hits it hard right back up the middle. That'll get into center for a base hit. Payne round second, on his way to third. He'll pull up safely there. McCoy on with the single, so runners at the corners for the Cubs here with 2 away in the top of the second inning, and shortstop Clay Simmons coming to bat.
Clay got himself a double and an RBI his first at bat and ended up scoring a run himself.
Ground Ground ball to the left side. Again, a nice play by Furlong at third base. The throw to second base in time with Connor Glass covering. And the Cubs are retired in the top of the second inning, but not before they played a couple more runs, and it's now a 5-2 lead for the Cubs over the Dodgers. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Bull fouls the first pitch off. 5-2 lead for the Cubs. Emily Alexander and Cameron Myers will be number 2 and 3 hitters in this bottom half of the second.
Eric does a good job putting the bat on the ball. Plays good outfield for Coach Glass.
We'll get one more pitch to put in play here. And swung through it. And Derek down on strikes, and here comes the first baseman, Emily Alexander.
Emily's been steady defensively, and steady with the bat, just an all-around good baseball play.
They get their third, they get 3 outs after Alexander.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Clay Simmons couldn't handle it, and he bounces out into the outfield. And Emily able to reach. And now here comes the right center fielder, Cameron Myers.
Dodgers looking to get something going here and get the top of the lineup back up.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Simmons comes up with this one, throws to second base for the out there. On to first, not in time, but the runner started to turn the corner there, but they call him safe. Probably give a little leeway on that here in this league, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so, because I'm here to tell you, the runner did turn towards second base. But in Little League, you're not going to see that a whole lot, and it wasn't a real big turn, but if you do that up there where the big boys play, you're going to probably get called out.
Brandon Waldridge is the hitter. Fouled back.
Again, if Brandon can get on base some way here, you'll get the top of the Dodgers lineup up with runners on base and in scoring position.
Ground ball to Simmons again at shortstop. The throw to second base not in time this time. As Cameron Myers able to leg it out. Beat the throw there. So runners at first and second for the Dodgers, and back to the top of their order now with Nick Reeder.
Nick got himself a single and stole a base and scored his first time up.
Little ground ball back to the pitcher and fielded by McCoy. Over to Hinckley at first base for out number 3, and that'll do it for the Dodgers. They're held scoreless in the bottom of the second inning, so we'll go to the top of the third, and it's still a 5-2 lead for the Cubs. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Glasgow Scotty fans and Barron County Trojan fans, 2 ads on the square.
Back here at Gorin Park, 5-2 lead as we go to the top of the third inning. Cubs in front of the Dodgers, and leading off here for the Cubs in the top of the third is Garrett Payne.
Garrett got on an error by the shortstop his first at bat.
Here it's going to be followed by Ryan Hinckley and Wyatt Jobe. First 3 batters up in this half inning, and Garrett fouls this one off.
Nice try there by the third baseman Furlong and pitcher Smith. Both of them did a real good effort, just couldn't quite get to it.
Payne ripped this ball. That'll be a fair ball down the third base line. Makes the turn over there at first, but he'll stay put.
Nice defensive play out there.
It was Cody Shirley out there. Eric Bull out there.
Eric made a nice play on that ball, stopped it, and then made a good throw back into the infield. That could have, when it first hit it, I thought it was going to be extra bases the way it went down the line there.
And the batter is Ryan Hinckley. Fouls the first pitch off down the third base side. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, just foul. Well, the Cubs trying to eat that third base line up right now.
Ryan Flirton was a double there himself. Hit the ball hard right down the line, just barely fouled.
Nobody out here in the Cubs half of the third inning.
I'm sure the Cubs would like to put a few more runs up on the scoreboard here. The Dodgers going to have their number 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up in the bottom of the inning.
Here's a base hit between short and third, and it's going to go all the way out to the fence. Throw into the infield, gets away. It's a loose ball. And the runner is going to stick at second and third base. Garrett Payne will be the runner at third, Ryan Hinckley at second, and Wyatt Jobe, the right fielder, steps into the batter's box.
Wyatt struck out his first time at bat. I'm sure he'd like to put the ball in play here and get one of these runs in.
Swing and a miss for Wyatt. Kelsey Greer is on deck. Wyatt again couldn't make contact, so he'll get one more chance at it here.
Our umpires for this game, Barry Bowles is behind the plate, Chris Whitlow out at second base, and Tara Foster on the line over third.
And swing and a miss for Wyatt, so that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the third inning. And that'll bring the right center fielder, Kelsey Greer, up to the plate.
Kelsey looking for her first hit. Second at bat here.
Couldn't make contact with the first pitch. 2 ducks on the pond, as they say for the Cubs here. Runners at second and third base. Greer again swings to it for strike 2, so she'll get one more pitch.
Yeah, these are the opportunities you got to take advantage and get something out of this. Or later on in the ball game, it could be a situation where you look back and say, well, you know, those 2 runs, you lose by 1 and you left 2 out there with nobody out.
Chelsea couldn't make contact, so that's out number 2. So Zach Ross will come up and try to keep the inning alive for the Cubs.
Oh, Zach, he's a tough, hard-nosed kid. Really likes to play the game of baseball. He's a good all-around athlete.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Cord Glass took a bad hop on him, and it gets by into the outfield. Payne will score from third base. Hinckley slides into third, so it'll be runners at the corners for the Cubs. 2 away.
That was a nasty hop that ball took right there just at the last second.
Just don't know what this infield's going to do, as hard and dry as it is. Cody Shirley is the batter, fouled it off out of play.
Whitlow was out earlier today. He watered it down quite a bit, but as hot as it was today,
yeah, I got here pretty early today, and he was out here watering down the infield, but
take a whole lot of water to keep
it would. It would. Here's the base hit into left field. That's going to score the run from third base. Nick Reeder will get it back in onto the infield. Now it'll be runners at first and second for the Cubs, as they have taken a 7-2 lead here in the top of the third inning. There are 2 away. And the batter is going to be the left center fielder, DeJuan Childress. DeJuan hits the fly ball to left field. And the catch is going to be made out there by Cody Shirley for out number 3.
Eric Bull.
Oh, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong team.
Yeah, wrong team.
You're right, that is Eric Bull. My apologies to him. So Eric Bull makes the third out for the Dodgers. They're in the top of the third, and we'll go to the bottom of the third when we return. It's a 7-2 lead for the Cubs over the Dodgers.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Back for the bottom of the third inning here at Gorin Park, and leading things off for the Dodgers will be Connor Glass. He'll be followed by Cord Glass and Ben Furlong. Connor swings through the first pitch.
Kind of bounced out to shortstop on his first plate appearance.
Line drive, but it's going to be caught by the shortstop, Clay Simmons.
Clay's having himself a pretty good ball game so far.
Connor hit it on the nose, but right at Clay. And that'll bring the shortstop, Cord Glass, to the plate.
Cord had an RBI triple his first at bat and scored a run himself.
Cord hits the ball well into left field or left center field. That gets over the head of the outfielder out there, going to roll all the way to the fence. Cord rounds second on his way to third as the throw comes in. And they'll hold him right there at third. A stand-up triple for Cord Glass as he gave that one a ride.
Cord got an awful good bat there. He swings an awful good bat. That's 2 for 2 with 2 triples tonight for him. And he runs the bases very well. Just an outstanding little baseball player. If I'm not mistaken, this is his third year in this particular league. I believe he moved up a year early, or maybe even, I think a year early. So this, I think, is his third year up here. And he's always been a very good hitter up here in this league.
Got a bit of an injury, I think, out in the outfield, as DeJuan Childress may have hurt himself a little bit chasing after that ball. We're in the bottom of the third inning with a 7-2 Cubs lead here, one away. Dodgers at bat. They have a runner at third base. Again, the Cubs, the Dodgers had a 3-way tie for first place with the Royals during the regular season. Cubs coming out of the loser's bracket, Dodgers out of the winner's bracket. And again, we remind you, don't forget to join us tomorrow night, as we'll have the Live Arm Championship game from Weldon Park. That'll be a 5:30 start time, and should be fun right back here on 1490 WCLU, and also on the website at WCLUradio.com. Do want to thank those of you that have tuned in to us on the website here this evening. I think we're set to go. DeJuan looks to be okay. He's going to stay in the ball game. And the batter for the Dodgers is going to be Ben Furlong.
Ben reached on an error his first time at bat tonight.
Ball hit to right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. It's Cord Glass scores from third base. Furlong rounds second. He's going to try for third, and he'll be in there safely. He slides in. Well hit ball by Ben Furlong, and that's going to bring the pitcher now, Ashley Smith, up.
Ashley reached on a fielder's choice for first at bat. I'm sure the Dodgers would like to get some runs out of this going through the heart of their lineup here.
Ground ball to the right side. That'll get the run home from third base. Cole Payne does make the play at second over to Hinckley at first for the out there, for out number 2, but still the run comes in as Ben Furlong scores from third. That'll make it a 7-4 ball game, I think.
7-4, you're exactly right.
And the batter is Nelson Glass. Ground ball to shortstop. Clay Simmons comes up with it over to Hinckley in time for out number 3, and so the Dodgers are retired in the bottom of the third inning. And Dodgers do get a couple of runs, though, and they make it a 3-run ball game once again. It's the Cubs 7, the Dodgers 4. We go to the top of the 4th after this on WCLU Sports.
This is Barron County Master Chrissy Cofield.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Championship game, and leading things off for the Cubs is going to be Kalen Francis, I believe. He'll be followed by Colin Brown and Cole Payne.
You are correct, Mr. Knight.
7-4 lead lead for the Cubs.
Kalen had a base hit and scored his first time up.
He ripped that ball, but it goes foul.
Showed some speed running those bases.
Fouls this one off down the left side as well. One more pitch coming for Kalen Francis. And fouls it off to stay alive.
One of your old high school teammates, Joe, is going to be involved in that live arm game tomorrow night. Matt Mosley's team, the Reds.
Okay.
They're going to be playing over there, be playing the Cubs.
I knew he was coaching in that league over there, but I didn't know if they'd made it or not.
They come out of the loser's bracket, but they are in the final game.
The ground ball back up the middle, fielded by Ashley Smith, the pitcher. The throw to Emily Alexander is in time for out number one. Colin Brown will step in now.
Hit a line drive to short his first time at bat.
Go, Colin!
Ground ball to the right side. Going to be a tough play. Alexander scoops it up and beats Brown to the bag. Nice play by Emily Alexander there as she makes the play unassisted.
A very good play by Emily. She never panicked, just stayed right with it, fielded the ball cleanly, and got to the bag. That's a good play.
Here's Cole Payne. Back to the top of the order for the Cubs. Ball hit back up the middle, and that's going to get through, and Payne will reach first base. Cubs get a base runner with two away here in the top of the fourth. And now here's the pitcher, Charlie McCoy.
Charlie's 2 for 2 tonight. Had himself a double and a single.
Ball hit back up the middle again, takes a high bounce and gets into center field. It rolls all the way to the fence. One run's going to score. As Payne comes in, they're going to send McCoy in a play at the plate, and McCoy's going to be out. A good throw in, and honestly, I didn't see who made that throw in. Larry, did you see it?
Maybe the shortstop. Did the shortstop make that throw?
If it was, that was Cord Glass.
I would almost bet you more than likely that was cool.
Well, it was a good throw. They had it there waiting on Charlie McCoy. He's tagged out for out number 3, but the Cubs do get one more run, and they make it an 8-4 ball game now. With the Cubs in front, we'll go to the bottom of the fourth after this timeout on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Restrictions may apply. Call for details.
Back at Gorin Park, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Cubs lead the Dodgers 8-4 here in the championship game of the Glasgow Little League Pitching Machine Division. Eric Bull leading things off for the Dodgers. He'll be followed by Emily Alexander and Cameron Myers, 7, 8, and 9 in the Dodgers order.
This part of the lineup.
Foul ball that bounces off of the catcher's mask, Garrett Payne.
He's done a good job all year for Coach Glass getting on base and being on base with the top of the order up. So it's getting late in the game, so I'm sure he'd like to get a couple of these guys on and give his big sticks a chance to bat with some runners on base.
Eric Bull's down on strike, so that's out number 1, and here comes Emily Alexander now. Ground ball to the right side. Play will be made by Ryan Hinckley. He scoops it up, steps on the bag for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. And Cameron Myers will try to keep it from being 3 up, 3 down here for the Dodgers in the bottom of the fourth.
Cameron reached on a fielder's choice as first at bat.
Swings and misses at that offering. Second pitch on the way, and got a piece of it, but fouled back into the catcher's glove. And Cameron down to his final pitch here. Fouls that one off to stay alive. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs with an 8-4 lead. Popped up on the infield. It's going to go foul, though. And again, Cameron Myers will come back and try to put the ball in play.
Garrett Payne done a good job coming out there from catcher position. He just couldn't find the ball quite quick enough to make a play on it.
This ball hit well. That'll drop in for a base hit in left center field. So a hit for Cameron Myers will give the Dodgers a base runner with 2 away. Now the right fielder, Brandon Waldridge, will step up to the plate.
Brandon had a base hit his last time up. He's only at bat in this game. Here's the first pitch for Waldridge. Swing and a miss. Next one on the way. Hit to left field, and that'll be caught. Cody Shirley makes the catch out there in left field for out number 3, and so the Dodgers held scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. Just 2 innings left. We go to the top of the 5th, and the Cubs with an 8-4 lead over the Dodgers. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
I should say, as we go to the top of the 5th inning, Cubs in front of the Dodgers. Leading things off is Clay Simmons for the Cubs. He grounds the baseball to the second baseman. Play made there by Connor Glass over to Alexander at first for the first out of the inning.
I think the pitcher might have gotten the glove on that ball just a little bit and deflected.
Okay, I missed that. Batter here is Garrett Payne. Ground ball to the shortstop. Cord Glass makes a nice play. As he and Ben Furlong both kind of got to the spot at the same time, but Cord picked it up, threw it over to Alexander for out number 2.
That was an outstanding play. Cord really had to get a good, strong throw across the field there to get a pretty good runner there in Garrett Payne.
Now the first baseman, Ryan Hinckley. They'll get into left field in a diving attempt. Not made out there by Cord Glass, but he gave it all he had. The ball drops in for a base hit.
Ryan's 3rd hit tonight. He's done a fine job hitting the baseball for Mr. McCoy's team tonight. Got Wyatt Jobe up next.
Wyatt, the right fielder. Swing and a miss. The runner takes off. The throw down to second base is in time, and he's out. Nelson Glass throws out the attempted steal as Nelson gets a big high five from the coaches over there in the Dodgers dugout. A nice play, and that'll end the top of the 5th inning for the Cubs as they still lead 8-4 over the Dodgers here in the top of the 5th inning. Dodgers 8-4, and we go to the top of the order for the Dodgers. Nick Reeder, Connor Glass, and Cord Glass, the first 3 batters due up. Nick Reeder grounds one to the right side. A diving attempt by Cole Payne. He's unable to come up with it. Ball got away, but now they're going to have Reeder in trouble heading towards second base, and they got him. Hindsight as they say is 20/20, but Nick probably should have stayed put there at first base.
Probably should have held on right there. When you're playing from behind this late in the game, that's one they may want back here shortly.
Connor Glass fouls this one off out of play.
Of course, as you say, it's easy to say that when you're sitting up here and the play has already taken place. But,
that's right.
And I'm sure Nick would probably be the first one to tell you that. Connor looking for his first hit tonight. He hit the ball hard the last time and lined out to the shortstop, and another bad break because that's a dead ball.
Hit right back up the middle and hit one of the legs on the pitching machine. That's just a dead ball, huh?
That's just a dead ball. That's just a bad break. Connors hit the ball. He hit the ball hard his last at bat, and Clay Simmons made a nice catch of a line drive, and he hit that ball hard. And he hit it like you're supposed to, right back where it came from. The only problem is it hit the machine.
I think they're going to test out the machine to make sure the angle did not get messed up there when it got hit.
It doesn't take a whole lot. I mean,
well, maybe not. I thought they were going to, but now they're not. Connor steps back in. Swing and a miss. So he's down to his final pitch here. Ground ball to the shortstop. Simmons charging. The throw is in time to Hinckley over there at first base. So 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. And now Cord Glass steps up to shortstop.
Not only was that an outstanding play by the shortstop, but a nice pick over at first base. Clay really had to fire that ball across there. Cord's 2 for 2 with 2 triples, scored 2 runs, and driven in a run.
Ground ball just inside the third base bag in the left field for a hit.
We'll have to settle for a single this time.
So Cord now 3 for 3 on the evening. Here's the third baseman, Ben Furlong, trying to keep the inning alive for the Dodgers.
Ben had a big triple and an RBI his last at bat.
Pitch on the way. Furlong grounds to the left side, and nice stop by Simmons over to second base in time for out number 3. Coach Simmons made an outstanding backhanded play that time and then rocketed the ball to second base with Cole Payne covering for the third out. And we'll go to the 6th and final inning here. And the Cubs with an 8-4 lead over the Dodgers. Back after this on WC.
Introduces an online auction.
Top of the 6th inning. And leading things off for the Cubs, going to be Wyatt Jobe, followed by Kelsey Greer and Zach Ross. Cubs would love to get a few insurance runs here. Dodgers, of course, want to hold the Cubs scoreless. They don't want to get any further behind than 4 runs.
Dodgers probably wishing that they could have pushed at least one or maybe 2 across that last inning. They had to top the lineup up there and didn't get anything. And I'm sure going into that particular at bat there that Coach Glass was counting on getting a run or 2. But that's the game of baseball. Those things happen sometimes.
Wyatt Jobe down on strikes, and here comes the right center fielder Kelsey Greer. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss for Kelsey.
And they got a bad break in that inning when Connor hit that ball real hard and hit it right back off the machine. So sometimes the breaks just don't go your way.
Yeah, it would have definitely been a base hit.
And, of course, Nick had the base hit and got thrown out trying to stretch it, too. So it could have, that could have possibly been a big inning for him, but it wasn't to be in that particular case.
Kelsey Greer down to her final pitch here, and she swings and misses, so she's down on strike. And here is Zach Ross, the third baseman for the Cubs.
Zach got himself a hit his last time at bat, and he got him an RBI, too.
Couldn't make contact on that pitch.
Actually, he's a very, very hard-working kid, man. He really puts everything he's got in when he's out there playing ball. He's giving it everything he's got.
Well, that's at least half the battle, no doubt. Back down to his last strike. And a miss. He's down on strikes, and so the Cubs are retired in the top of the 6th inning, but the Cubs are just 3 outs away from winning the Pitching Machine League Championship. We'll come back with the bottom of the 6th inning after this on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
For the Dodgers, They need 4 runs to keep playing here, or else the Cubs are going to win the Pitching Machine League championship. Smith at the ground ball to the shortstop. Simmons bobbles it, comes back up with it. The throw not going to be in time. As Ashley Smith able to beat it out. She'll be on at first base, and that's what the Dodgers need. Right now, the Dodgers just need base runners.
Got to have base runners. Got to get them on before you can get them crossed.
Here's the catcher, Nelson Glass.
Ashley used her speed on that. She got down the line real fast. And
Glass fouls this one off. A diving attempt made by Ron Hinckley, but couldn't make the catch. Got 1 strike here on Nelson Glass.
Let's say Nelson, one of the younger kids in this league, but I tell you what, there's not any kid up here any more determined than he is. You can believe that.
Ground ball, hard shot. Bounces off of Simmons' chin, I think, out there at shortstop as he's hobbling around a little bit out there, but he's going to stay in the game.
Yeah, it got him pretty good, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get him out of there. He's pretty tough little cookie himself.
So the Dodgers are getting what they need here. They've got base runners at first and second base, and Eric Bull, the left fielder, coming to the plate. Swing and a miss for Eric. Foul tip for Bull back into the catcher's glove. Emily Alexander's on deck. And Eric fouls this one off out of play straight back.
Yeah, Eric, he's hanging in there. He's getting a piece of it, just keeping his bat alive and hoping he can get one in somewhere.
Cubs in front 8-4. Bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody out. Dodgers with a couple of runners on here. They need 4 runs to keep playing. Here's the pitch. Bull foul tipped it, but it's caught by Garrett Payne behind the plate. So Bull down on strikes, and Emily Alexander will step up with 1 away.
Good job of Garrett Payne to hang on to that ball. Emily reached on an error and had bounced out to first base.
Swing and a miss for Emily. Ashley Smith, the runner at second. Nelson Glass at first base for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Hinckley scoops it up at first base. He tags the bag for out number 2. So the runners do move up to second and third, but now the Cubs just 1 out away from winning the title.
Cameron Myers, he had him a hit his last at bat, and I'm sure he'd like to get another one here to keep this little rally going here, get a couple of runs in, and hopefully the next batter could get on. They get back to the top of their lineup, but it's going to take a hit right here to accomplish any of that.
Hit to the left side. That gets through for a base hit into left field. Roll all the way to the fence. 2 runs are going to score. Now the throw gets away on the infield, and Myers going to slide in safely at third base. So Cameron Myers plates 2 runs with that hit. It's an 8-6 ball game, and now Brandon Waldridge will come to the plate in the form of the tying run if he can get on.
If he gets on, the Dodgers will be right at the top of the order, who's done very well as far as hitting the ball tonight. So this is a very important bat here for the Dodgers.
In the air to left field, and it drops. Cameron Myers scores from third. Waldridge on at first, and it's a 1-run ball game. And as Larry just said, we go back to the top of the order now with the left center fielder, Nick Reeder.
Big Nick's got 2 hits tonight. The last one's the one I'm sure he'd like to have back. It's where he tried to stretch the single to a double and got punched out there. He got thrown out by one of the outfielders, but he's up here in a big spot. He, base hit keeps the inning going and brings Connor Glass to the plate. And if he gets one in a gap somewhere out there, then with rather than speed, you could have a tied ball game here.
Boy, I tell you what, the coach pitch game, you couldn't ask for any better contest. And same thing here in the pitching machine league.
I thought they would be two close ball games. I really did. I thought they would be really, really close as far as score and as far as the way the teams played. And we've had that in both games for sure.
Here we go. Reeder grounds it back up the middle, and that'll get through for a hit. The runner's at first and second now, and the winning run is on at first base. Connor Glass now steps up.
When you feel the Cubs, the last person that you want to see come up is the man in the on-deck circle. He is 3 for 3 with 2 triples and a double.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Yeah, coming right down to the final at bat here.
The last at bat, the very last out.
Hit back up the middle, and it hit the pitching machine again. Second time that has happened to Connor. What are the odds of that?
I tell you, that's all you can say is that's tough luck. That's just tough luck. You're taught to hit the ball back where it comes from. That's ideally you want people to hit the ball back toward the middle of the field, and he's got the bat on the ball twice tonight.
Connor just kind of threw his hands up on his helmet, Larry, and said, "What do I have to do?"
What I got to do? Somebody tell me what I got to do. You think he's overdue now?
I'm going to say he is, but, sometimes the baseball gods don't care about that. We'll see how it works out. Swing and a miss for Connor, but he is certainly overdue with the kind of bad luck he's had tonight. Connor waiting on the pitch. Swing and a miss. So he's down to his final strike now. And Dodger's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, I think that's their last one. I think they'll get 2 up here, and that's their second one. So.
Larry Glass wants to talk with his son.
Connor, he's one of those. Connor's very fiery, and he's a competitor, and I'm sure nobody has to tell him the kind of luck he's had tonight. He'd be the first to tell you, as you say, he threw his hands up in the air like, what I got to do, and I'm sure that's probably what he said to himself, what do I got to do? And I think Larry's just more or less kind of reassuring him to do what you've done all year. Don't try to do anything different. Hope that some machinery or the shortstop out there gets out of the way this time.
Well, timeout is over with. And we are set to go. Here's the pitch. Foul tip. A one-run ball game. Runners at first and second base, 2 away. Connor Glass trying to keep his team alive here. Cord Glass would be next. Ground ball to the shortstop, Clay Simmons takes a bad hop. Throw to third base is not in time. And the bases are now loaded.
Well, bless his heart. You're not pulling for either team, but you're pulling for Connor in that situation because I really didn't want to see him make the last out of the game. I'm sure Coach McCoy didn't necessarily want to see this young man come back up. But Connor, that is enough else. That's a little poetic justice there. They didn't exactly get what they wanted to accomplish either. They didn't tie the game or win it, but at least he didn't hit a blue darter right at somebody and get robbed again.
So here comes Corey Glass, the kid who's probably had the best night of anybody for the Dodgers. 3 for 3. With the bases loaded, his team down by 1 run. Glass rips the ball, but it goes foul down the left field line.
Ford tried to fish him another triple out of this. He's got 2 triples and a double, and has scored 2 runs and driven in a run.
Coach pitch came down to the final at bat. The Cardinals won in the bottom of the 3rd inning in their last at bat. Dodgers trying to do the same here in the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded, 1-run ball game. 2 down. Pitch on the way. Glass hits a base hit to left field. We're going to at least have a tie ball game. Nick Reeder, round 3rd, he's on his way, and he will score.
And that's why they didn't want to see Corey Glass.
And the Dodgers are the winners of the Pitching Machine Championship. Tough way to lose for the Cubs, but I tell you what, they played a great ball game. The Dodgers just strung a few hits together there in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that was the difference. The Dodgers get 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and they win this ball game by a score of 9 to 8, Larry.
They had 6 hits in that inning, Joe, and for the ball game going into that inning, they had 2, 3, 5, 6. They only had 8 hits going into that inning.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Welcome back here to Gorham Park as the Dodgers have defeated the Cubs in the championship game of the Pitching League Division, and we want to talk now with the coaches. And the players for the 2 ball clubs. First of all, let's have a big hand. Another terrific game here in the Pitching Machine Division of the Glasgow Little League. Couldn't have asked for any better games here in the 2 championship games, and we're here with Cubs head coach Cavi McCoy. And Cavi, tough way to lose, but I tell you what, I heard you talking to your kids in there. I know you're awfully proud of the way they play.
Oh yeah, we're proud of these kids. It's been a battle just about every game this year. It's been the most competitive league that I've ever been a part of since I've coached, and I've coached a little while. And if you any team could beat anybody down here if you didn't come down here ready to play. And these kids that I've got, they just, they got a lot of heart. They's all crying, and about got me started crying because I don't know, just hate to see. Congratulations to the Dodgers, a great game. You couldn't have. You paid a lot of money, see a whole lot less than what you'd seen down here today.
Tell you what, you guys I know had a 3-way tie for first place with the Dodgers and I believe the Royals too. Obviously a terrific season for you guys. Tell me a little bit about your year.
Well, we started out and played in our opening season tournament at Beaver Trail we had every year. Started out a little slow. The kids, they just battle their hearts out. I couldn't ask for a better bunch of kids, a great bunch of athletes. There's a couple of them that hadn't never even played ball until this year, and they really started out kind of slow and picked it up. And I don't know what else. I'm just proud of them. Doing what else, All
right, Cavi. Well, congratulations on a terrific year. Let's get your kids up here and speak with them.
Come on, guys.
Come on up, guys.
Hey, guys. Guys, let's go.
Here come the Cubs. All right, guys. Now, if you would, I'd like to get you to line up like down the first base line there because we've got the camera here. We want everybody to be able to see you. All right. Come on up here. Okay, I want you to turn around. The camera's up there on top of the first base dugout. Come back here with me. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name is Kaylin Francis, and I'm 10 years old.
All right. Kaylin, what school you go to and what grade are you in?
E.B. Terry, and I'm in 5th grade.
And what's your favorite thing about playing baseball?
I just like hitting the ball, and I love my teammates, and it's just fun.
All right, that's the best answer I've heard all night. Good job. That's it. All right, tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Garrett Payne, and I'm 9 years old.
All right, Garrett, what school you go to and what grade are you in?
I go to Red Cross, and I'm in 4th grade.
Your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Defense.
All right, good job. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Colin Brown, and I am 10 years old.
And what school do you go to and what grade are you in, Colin?
Happy Valley Elementary, and I am in 4th grade.
And what's your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Well, the spirit and how close it brings you to other people.
All right, another good answer. Good job. Come on up. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Clay Simmons, and I'm 10 years old.
Clay, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
Eastern Elementary, and I'm going to go to 5th grade.
Your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Defense.
Good job, Clay. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name is Ryan Hinckley, and I'm 9 years old.
School you go to and what grade are you in?
I go to Highland, and I'm in 4th grade.
Your favorite thing about playing ball?
Catching all the balls at first base.
All right, well, congratulations. Tell me your name and your age.
Zach Ross, 9 years old.
Zach, what school you go to and what grade are you in?
Red Cross, 4th grade.
Your favorite thing about playing ball?
Defense.
Okay, good job, bud. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Wyatt, and I'm 9 years old.
And what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I go to South Green Elementary, and I'm in 5th grade.
And your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Just the game.
All right, good job. Tell me your name and how old you are.
Charlie McCoy, and I'm 9 years old.
And what school you go to and what grade are you in?
I go to Red Cross Elementary, and I'm in 4th grade.
Your favorite thing about playing ball?
Getting home runs and stuff.
All right, well, good job. Tell me your name and your age.
My name is Cole Payne. I'm 9 years old.
All right, now what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
Red Cross Elementary. I'm in 4th grade.
What's your favorite thing about playing ball, Cole?
Batting.
Okay, congratulations. Tell me your name and your age.
My name is Kelsey Greer, and I'm 10 years old.
What school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I go to South Green Elementary, and I'm 10 years old.
And your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Batting.
Okay, good job. Tell me your name and how old you are.
DeJuan Childers, I'm 9 years old.
DeJuan, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
Howell Elementary, I'm going 4th grade.
And your favorite thing about playing ball?
Hitting the ball.
All right, congratulations. All right, tell me your name and how old you are.
Cody Shirley, and I'm 9 years old.
What school you go to and what grade are you in?
Howland Elementary, I'm 4th.
And your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Batting.
All right, good job. Big hand for the Cubs. Let's get the Dodgers up here. Head coach Larry Glass. Speak with him for just a moment. Larry, congratulations. A terrific ball game here tonight.
I can't take too many of those games. That's one of these games that you hate to see anybody lose. Both teams deserved it. The Cubs, you guys played absolutely wonderful. You have everything in the world to be proud of, nothing to be ashamed of. You just hate it that anybody had to lose, but you did an awesome job.
And I know you're awfully proud of your ball club.
You know, I tell you what, I've never seen kids get quite emotional in a situation like that. Connor and some of the other kids, you could tell how much it meant to them, and you really felt for them. And I've never quite had feelings like that before in a situation. And you hate to see anybody not perform in that situation. And so it was just, that's tough for kids this age. That's very tough.
You guys understand had a terrific season as well, Larry.
We did. We lost 4 ball games, but we finished tied for the league, 3-way tie with the Cubs and the Royals. And but it was one of those situations this year where anybody could win on any given night. I've never been involved in a more competitive league. There's so many good little athletes in this league, and Glasgow and Barron County has a lot to look forward to in the future.
All right, Larry, congratulations. Let's talk with some of your kids. All right. I'm sure you all know the drill. So what's your name and how old are you?
I'm Connor Glass, and I'm 9 years old.
What school you go to and what grade are you in, Connor?
I'm going to Highland Elementary, and I'm 4th grade.
And your favorite thing about playing baseball?
A challenge and hitting.
All right, congratulations. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Nelson Glass, and I'm 8 years old.
All right, Nelson, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I'm going to Highland Elementary, and I'm going to 3rd grade.
Your favorite thing about playing ball?
Is catching.
Okay, you do a good job. Tell me your name and your age.
I'm Eric Bull, and I'm 10 years old.
Eric, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I'm going to Highland Elementary, and I'm going to 4th.
And your favorite thing about playing ball?
Hitting.
All right, congratulations. Tell me your name and how old you are.
I'm Cameron Myers, and I'm 9 years old.
Cameron, what school you go to and what grade are you in?
I'm going to go to Highland. I'll be in 4th grade.
Your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Everything.
All right, you just love the game, huh? Congratulations. All right, bud, tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Cord Glass, and I'm 10 years old.
All right, Cord, what school you go to and what grade are you in?
I'm going to Highland Elementary, and I'm in 5th grade.
And your favorite thing about playing ball?
Everything.
All right, good job. Tell me your name and your age.
Brandon Walters, I'm 9 years old.
Brandon, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I go to Hasbro School, and I'm going to 5th grade.
Okay, and what's your favorite thing about playing ball?
Batting.
Okay, good job. All right. Tell me your name and how old you are.
I'm Ashley Smith, and I'm 9 years old.
Ashley, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
Highland Elementary, and I'm going to 4th.
And your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Fielding.
Okay, good job. Tell me your name and your age.
I'm Emily Alexander, and I'm 9 years old.
Emily, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I go to South Green Elementary, and I'm going to 4th grade.
And your favorite thing about playing ball?
Fielding.
All right, good job. Tell me your name and how old you are.
My name's Ben Fallon, and I'm 9 years old.
Ben, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I'm going to Highland Elementary, and I'm in 4th grade.
Your favorite thing about playing ball?
Everything.
All right, congratulations. Tell me your name and how old you are.
Nick Reeder, and I'm 10.
Nick, what school do you go to and what grade are you in?
South Green, 5th.
And your favorite thing about playing ball?
Hitting.
Okay, congratulations. Big hand for the Dodgers.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.